Hi, and welcome to Creator Fundamentals. My name is Dan Currier, and I am here to help you deliver your value with online video. Thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out with us on our normal night, back again after a week break. For those of you who may be new to the live stream, that's every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We get together here, talk a little YouTube, answer any questions that you might have, and then we'll get into some channel reviews a little bit later on. It's good to see everybody get here nice and early. Always good to see people in the stream even before we actually go live. So, as I mentioned in the last live stream, which was 2 weeks ago, the new format here, we're going to keep it set at 90 minutes. Give us a little time to get some questions in and not keep everybody hanging out super late. So if you have any questions, definitely ask them early, and then we'll try to get some channel reviews in towards the end. So I'm going to hop in chat, see how everybody's doing. I saw some familiar faces in there and possibly some new people. So we're going to jump into the chat, and I'm going to move this guy over here a little backwards from the way it normally is here, so we can not be staring off to the side the entire night. Who we have in here? We have Diffuse Shocks, good to see you. We have Bobo, Snowman66, good to have you in the live stream. Foulfish, DFS Tools, Doug Hewson, moderator extraordinaire, DC Scrap and Rooster, good to see you. Daniel Patel is out there also, good to see you. Gil Poznansky, been trying to reach out on Facebook. Yeah, I didn't see anything. Let me know how you were doing that. We have, is it Mixper or Mikespur? Law Enforcement Explains. Destiny Darling, good to see you as well. K Flanagan 98. Make sure we're looking good here. Let's Play RC, just stopping in. Can't hang out tonight. Well, good to see you. Hope you can come hang out later or next live stream. Geeky Heathen. How to Grow on YouTube TV. Good to see you as well. Jack Rado Plays. The Fantastic Joe. G Ma Lolly. Great to see you. Mom's Tree. Geotime. Mike Hawk. We Love Stories. V Worldwide. Great to see everybody in the live stream tonight. Also, we have, who is that? Chasing Elation. And let's see. Gaming Information. Consider that your shout out. All right. Did I get everybody? I think I got everybody. DFS Tools. Science Gal Aquatics. Great to see you as well. How is everybody doing? It's been 2 weeks since we did a live stream. Hopefully everybody has been doing well. Oh, your Real Estate Whisperer. How did I miss you? And Lynn Santiago. I must have scrolled a little too far there. Shadow Speedy out there also. I think that's everybody. Try not to miss everybody. If I did happen to miss you on the first go round, just stay active in the comments and I'll be sure to say hello to you as we get into some questions. But last week, I opted not to do the live stream for a couple different reasons. One of which was a conflict, and the other reason was I wanted to see how the channel would perform in a week without a live stream. Just kind of testing some different theories out there about how people think live streams do or help or hurt a channel. So I wanted to see what a week looked like on the channel without actually plugging in a live stream in the middle of the week. But the reality is it didn't really have a lot of impact either way. I actually put out, I think it was last week, I put out like 3 videos and they all kind of came out rather slowly. I think some of them have the opportunity to grow as time goes on, but we'll see how that goes. In full disclosure, when I released them, I really wasn't expecting them to be Fast and Furious type videos, more so the evergreen type videos that could grow over time. So we'll see how they do. Some of them are showing a little bit of life, but you know, sometimes you just can never tell. Jim Fidel Gaming, great channel, man. Do you know if gaming channels can now have a member button without having 100 100,000. That's actually a great question because I know prior to them extending the membership to the rest of us, was it set at 100,000? I'm not sure how that works. I did see that they actually merged, or I at least saw the headline that they merged gaming into the main system or app. I honestly don't know that question for sure. If gaming channels have access to that at a lower subscriber total. So if there's any gaming channels out there who are familiar with that member button option for a gaming specific channel, let us know if there is a different requirement for those gaming channels in terms of having access to the member button. Like we know the sponsor button was something that was given to the gaming channels ahead of time, but not running a gaming channel. And I actually haven't come across this specific question. So that's a good one. Anybody with a gaming channel out there who knows the answer, definitely share that. I appreciate the super chat. And if we don't get the answer in this live stream, I'll definitely look it up between live streams and either share it next live stream or I'll throw it in the Facebook group or something. I'm sure we could find that answer out. And why? Let's see here. There we go. All right. Gma Lolly, thank you so much for the super chat. Welcome back. It's good to be back. Good to come hang out with you guys. Sorry we couldn't make that work last week, but we're back again, back to our regular time, Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. So again, if you guys are new, definitely I invite you to come join us every Wednesday night. I think, let's see, quick question from Law Enforcement Explains. When I check my watch time minutes, it seems to go up and then down. Why is that? I guess that would depend on where you're looking. I know sometimes you can see all the different pages that are in the analytics section aren't necessarily all updated at the same time. So sometimes depending on what screen you're looking at, you can actually see different numbers. If you're looking at the same screen on the same video, if you're noticing fluctuations in that, you might be looking at it a little too often. But all that aside, the only reason that I would think that you would have watch time go down is if YouTube identified what it considered non-organic views or you know, like bot type activity. But either that or they had to make some adjustment in the way that they were tracking the information. But as a general rule, I wouldn't really expect them to go down. The one thing that I have noticed is the mobile app is usually about a day ahead analytics-wise as compared to the desktop information. So if you're looking between those two, that can also cause a discrepancy. So you have to let me know if you're looking in different places or you're actually seeing that on the same screen for the same video. All right. I see a couple tags in here. Let's see what we got going on. I love the super chat sound. And Kevin Boston 7, this is not a question, but I just got to say you're the best YouTube tip channel ever. Well, thank you so much, Kevin. I appreciate it. We do the best we can. Let's see. Destiny, is it bad to ask for another channel review? I'd like your updated opinion. Let me take a quick peek, see what you got going. All right, I definitely noticed some changes from last time. All right, so we will we'll take a look in a little while, Destiny, when we get to the channel reviews. But yeah, we can take a quick look. Is it you have to have a lot of views? It seems like the second part of a question. Joel Clayton, my man, I just hit 2,500 subs. Congrats to you. Trying to use the advice you gave me. Thank you. Awesome. K Flanagan 98, a decent camera and mic for live streaming. So the camera that I use for live streaming is the Logitech C920. One of the things that I actually want to do is put out a video about using this particular cam with OBS, because let me see if I can. I want to show you something real quick. So you see what the video looks like now. I actually have two Logitech cameras that are set up, and the video quality by default on the Logitech C920, I'm going to show you this real quick. Here's what the other camera looks like. This is what the other camera looks like out of the box with no settings. And then this other camera is how I've actually tweaked the settings of the Logitech in OBS to have a much nicer looking video. So we have this out of the box, and then this after some adjustments. So it's definitely important to not just use something like the Logitech C920, but it's also important to understand exactly how you can adjust it. The reason that I have that other version is having the dual Logitechs on the system, it actually causes kind of a conflict in settings. So when you try to open both cameras and do the adjustments on them, the adjustments only stick to one of the cameras. So that other camera that I showed you is the camera that it won't let me adjust while I have the first camera on. It's kind of a flaky thing with trying to do the dual setup on Logitech, but there's a big difference if you know where to go and actually make the adjustments, and then what kind of adjustments to make to get a much better, more vibrant video like this versus this. As for a mic, there's a lot of decent mics out there. I'm actually using a condenser mic plugged into a audio interface with phantom power. You don't really need that setup. There's a lot of USB mics that can give you a decent sound for a live stream that you can use. But we could probably I'm trying to think if I have any other mics on my influencer page. I should probably do that. I should probably put together a collection of mics that you can use for live streaming. I know I have some live streaming gear on there, but just some particular mics that I know to be of decent quality that you can use at different price points, because I think that, you know, depending on where you're at, like there's a Windows is telling me that there's an update another time, man. Not interested in your updates. But like I said, there's some really cool mics at a bunch of different price points. This particular mic that I use, which is the MXL 770, I think it costs maybe around $75. And then the audio interface that I'm using is actually the Zoom H4n Pro. I think it's like a couple $100. But you can definitely go cheaper than that. You can get a decent mic under $100. And then there's the mic above this. I don't remember the numeric value, but it's by Shure. It's like a $400 mic that has really nice sound. So depending on what you're looking for and what range you want to go, there's definitely a bunch of different options that will work for live streaming. I'll have to put those together and try to get those shared on either on Kit or Amazon, one of those places. And try to get that shared with you guys. One of the things that I am trying to do is trying to incorporate a little more tech into the channel. Obviously, a lot of tech comes into play in getting all this stuff going, either doing videos or doing the live stream. And I kind of want to be able to share that with you in addition to just making videos about best practices. Because there's a lot more than just best practices into, you know, getting this whole package together. on a consistent basis, and I think that that might be helpful for a lot of people. So, Kevin Boston, I put my call to action at the beginning of my video, and now I get new subscribers on almost every video. Your advice rocks, man. You're changing people's lives forever. Awesome. I'm almost at 300. Congratulations, Kevin. That's great. Lydia Santiago, have you reviewed a stock market channel? I don't know if I've looked at specifically a stock market channel. All right, let's see. Okay. We'll take a look at that one a little bit later. Just catching up to the part of the chat where people saying they were having the problem with the fluctuating watch time. Alrighty. Trying to catch up here in the chat. I'm always behind here trying to scroll back. Ginger Ninja, love being here. I get so much information on how to improve, and thanks to that I've been able to grow. So thank you, Creative Fundamentals. Thank you so much, Ginger Ninja, for coming and hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Rough number, watch time when you first click on it takes a bit for the actual number. Mobile app tells you watch time. Yeah, there's the YouTube Studio app that you can download. I'm pretty sure it's for Android or iOS. I certainly have it on my phone. Where is my phone? I will show you my shattered phone screen here. But it's okay though, because my iPhone 10s Max is coming soon. So yeah, this is, let's see here, dashboard. So this, wow, really hard to see. Let's see, we'll jump into analytics. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that there, but that is the YouTube, I think it's just called YouTube Studio, the YouTube Studio app that shows you your analytics and stuff. So it's definitely available to download, and it's free, and it lets you look at the you know, what's going on under the hood on your YouTube channel. So yeah, and then there's also the TubeBuddy app does that as well. It shows you some information through the TubeBuddy system. I have that one set up as well. DFS tools. I make thumbnails on Fono on my iPhone. Should I be using Canva with a desktop instead, or thumbnails? I'm not actually familiar with Fonto, but if you're making a decent quality thumbnail, it doesn't really matter whether you're making them on desktop or mobile, as long as you have a process that works and you're able to make good thumbnails for your channel. Spent a lot of time improving, editing, having trouble getting people to subscribe. Any tips? Definitely in trying to subscribe, you got your calls to action. You want to let people know what's in it for them. You want to make sure that your channel is organized and presents the information to them in a way that shows them the value of the channel. And like I said, the calls to action in the beginning actually say, hey, if you enjoy the content, consider subscribing. Sometimes you literally have to ask them to remind them that that's something they can do to see more of your content. We Love Stories. I made sure to log in today with We Love Stories. Okay, so I'll throw you up. I remember that whole discussion. So we'll take a look at that channel when we get to channel reviews. All right. Scrolling, trying to catch up. Kara J Live just got off work. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out with us here in the live stream. Mom's Tree, I have 19 subs. How to get more? Make more content. Keep making content. Be consistent in making content and learn to improve over time. Harley, anyone here going to CVX Live end of this week? I am not, unfortunately. I'm assuming that's somewhere out on the West Coast. All the cool conferences tend to all happen on the West Coast, so I can only get to so many of them. We do not do that. Definitely don't want to ask people to subscribe to your channel in the chat. That's kind of a faux pas. We love stories. I love OBS. I do too. Automotive channel out there. Hey, thanks for bringing up Morning Fame. It helped me big time. Excellent. Yeah, I do love Morning Fame. It is a great little tool. Saves a lot of time. Destiny, the other channel, reminds me of radio station for some reason. Same channel I got. How do you adjust it to look so good? I'm definitely going to put out a video about that because I think that's something that might help a lot of people. Because I was really disappointed in the quality of the Logitech when I first started using it, and then I kind of figured out how to actually dial that in. Destiny. Holla if you get in the new iPhone. I cannot wait to chat here with it. I am very excited. As I mentioned, my phone, might be able to see this a little bit better. Let's see here. My phone is shattered. This is the iPhone 7 Plus. I got into my car one morning, sat it on my lap, and before I could close my door, it fell out of my truck, bounced off of the running board, and then landed face down in the gravel. And that's what happened. So yes, I'm really looking forward to getting my new phone. And I'm gonna cover it and talk about it here on the channel and how its features can work for creators. Do you have a walkthrough setting video for adjusting Logitech? No, but I'm making one shortly. John C. RV, hello to you. Thanks for coming and hanging out in the live stream. We have Cricket Wilson Harris out there. Hello to you. Your Real Estate Whisperer. I hate my mic for live streams. It's very meh. Yeah, there's so many little things. You know, one thing at a time. We kind of dial them in, figure out the ones that work well. Fantastic Joe, Chase and Elation, I highly suggest watching videos on Creative Fundamentals. Nick Nimmin and Brian G. Johnson, they are huge help, and best of all, free advice. Can't beat the free advice. Sky High Pyrotechnics, quick question, what video editing for cheap should I get? I want to make a new awesome channel trailer. So I use Premiere Pro now, definitely not cheap. But prior to that, I used a software called Filmora. Definitely something to check out. I think it's $100 or under $100. Maybe it's like $60 or so. That is what I was using before I started using Premiere Pro. It definitely has a lot of good features. So definitely, see how many times I can say definitely in the shortest amount of period of time, but it's worth checking out. I almost said it again. Definitely. But yeah, that's Filmora by Wondershare, Wondershare Filmora. Let's see here. XLR mics are great. Indeed, they can be. And it just shot down. Let's see. Your Real Estate Whisperer, OBS audio settings, a lot more than people think. I was so frustrated trying to get that straight. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing, the biggest adjustment on audio is obviously getting a mic that doesn't pick up that background noise when you have that buzz, that static, when you have dead air. You know, when you can get that dialed in and not have that in the background, it really goes to improve the quality. And, you know, depending on how much range you have during your live streams, you want to, you know, adjust for peaks and things. But all right, real quick, while I am trying to catch up in chat here, just a quick reminder that this live stream is brought to you by TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is the #1 browser plugin for managing and growing your YouTube channel. It's available to download for free, and there's a link in the description below. You have the option, once you get set up on TubeBuddy, to download a plugin that works right with your browser. So when you're in editing your videos or uploading your videos on YouTube, there's some inline tools that you can use there. There's also a TubeBuddy app that allows you to see information on the go related to your YouTube channel and making adjustments with, you know, keyword research and everything else. So definitely check out TubeBuddy. I'm going to throw a link in the chat as well. If you guys haven't signed up for the free version, again, it's free. There's no obligation. Follow the link, get set up for free, check it out, and see how it can help you kind of streamline your process, make it more efficient, save you a lot of that time that we all seem to struggle with, and help you grow here on YouTube. All right, you guys are just talking up a storm in here, trying to catch up with everybody. I hate it when I miss stuff in the chat, so I at least try to scan it all. Blue Collar Dipper out there, good to see you. Because every once in a while I miss something in the chat, and I get the unfortunate response that people think I'm intentionally ignoring them. And I assure you, I intentionally ignore no one. Unless you get muted, and that's probably because you're doing something in the chat that you shouldn't be doing. All right, well, let's see. Chrome Vending, hey, what's up, man? Good channel. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out on the live stream. My iPhone XS Max shipped today, and I'm so excited. So mine says the shipping information on mine, they actually they shipped it to like one location, and they're holding it till tomorrow, I think, and then they do an overnight shipping from tomorrow, I don't know, to make sure everything gets here on the 21st or whatever the case is on that. But either way, I expect it to get here by the end of the week, and I'm super excited for it, if I haven't mentioned that at least 5 times so far. Despite how stupid expensive it is. Let's see here. Group chat. Got some people sharing advice in the chat. Excellent. Always good to share with each other. And if you guys, that's always a great way to learn and grow your YouTube channels, is to interact with other people who have already done it successfully. I already put a link to the Facebook group in the chat. I'll throw it in there again. There's the Facebook group. I'll also throw in the Discord, which is kind of chat room. We usually hang out at the Discord in the live stream after party group over there on Discord after these live streams. Another great place to interact with other like-minded YouTubers who are doing the same thing, or who may have already done something that you're trying to figure out. I think it was earlier today, I saw a conversation going back and forth where one creator was helping somebody else or explain to somebody how they were doing a part of their thumbnails. And that's how you learn and you grow. These communities are a great way to do that. Again, there's Facebook and Discord. Definitely get involved with there. Become part of the community. Don't jump in there with the idea of what you can take out of the community. Go in with the idea of what you can contribute, and in return, that'll be paid back to you many times over. So community is super important. So definitely get involved as early as you can when you're growing your channel, and start to, you know, make friends in the YouTube community, other channels that are just, you know, going to help you as you go on and you learn. Collaborations and things like that, all those come into play that are really valuable to that whole growth process. Oh, CVX Live is based in Utah, says Harley. Makes sense. Utah is like the epicenter of YouTube. There's so many YouTubers that are out of Utah. Let's see. Covered that. Trying to catch up here. Glitter screen protector. You know where I think I saw those? There's a company that makes covers called, I think it's Spec. I think they had some I think it was like, they were like clear, but they were glittery. I think also OtterBox is putting one out. Blue Collar Dipper, Dan, I hit 500 subs. Congratulations to Blue Collar Dipper on 500 subs. That's an awesome milestone. How do you add in all that extra links you have on your screen while you're live? This is all done in OBS. Definitely planning on putting out more OBS tutorials as well. You guys seem to really appreciate those. So we will cover things like how to add these different elements on the live stream in those future videos. But there are, if you search my channel for OBS, there are some videos out there already that'll kind of give you a general understanding about how some of this works. You know, how to add a scrolling marquee. I think that's in the How to Go Live or the How to Set Up Scenes OBS video that I've already done. So definitely check those out if you're interested in how to make your live streams look like this, or just add elements to your live streams. All right. You guys are typing faster than I can keep up here. I'm trying. I really am. Okay. So I apologize if I'm like on older questions or comments, but I'm trying to scroll through without missing anybody. I love it when you guys are active in the chat. Wade's Underworld says, I love Filmora. Fantastic Joe's out there. I am definitely loving FCPX so far. Just switched from Filmora. Oh, Final Cut Pro 10. Is that what that is? All right. I'm like, I'm only a kid. What are good ways to get quality items for very, very cheap? I'm not exactly sure what that means. DFS Tools, Dan, I see you have a call to action with the pillow behind you. If you are using a webcam, should you have a sign in your video that has a call to action throughout the video? Certainly not necessary. Can't hurt, though. I mean... Yeah, I mean, when you have your live stream going, you can have your, obviously you have your normal subscribe button. You can have your subscribe button that is your watermark. But yeah, I mean, having a call to action like that in the background of your video can't hurt. Jim Fidel Gaming says Audio Technica 2035 is an awesome mic for streaming. Good to know. Lydia Santiago, your live stream setup is amazing. Awesome. If that's for me, thank you. All right. And getting there. We got Rico's Aquariums in the live stream. I don't know if you know Science Gal Aquatics, but she also does a channel related. Now, I'm not sure if you do like home aquariums or like aquariums that you visit, but it's definitely another aquarium related channel. All right, and I think we're close. Destiny says that noise scared the mess out of me. I'm assuming that was the subscribe that happened. Since I'm a little bit behind, I think there was a subscribe that popped up. And all right. Nervous about growth. Really want to get paid a little from YouTube, but I'm afraid I won't be able to if I don't pass the threshold within a year. You don't necessarily have to reach it within a year. Just that your last 12 months exceeds that 4,000 watch hours once you get to the 1,000 subscribers. Mom's Tree, I recently began implementing your advice on keyword search. Still 19 subs after 11 years of weekly uploads. Definitely some opportunity there if you've been doing weekly uploads for 11 years. I mean, you're looking at a lot of videos there. Let's see something. Oh yeah, definitely some opportunity, Mom's Tree, on your I don't know. I don't see. All I see. Oh, okay. I see, because they're not in. I'm not seeing that many videos on that particular channel, so I'm not sure what you got going on there. I see. I see 12 videos. So am I reading that wrong? After 11 years of weekly uploads. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I'm only seeing 12 videos on the channel, so I don't know if you have if you're making videos and they're not public. That could be an issue, but otherwise you probably have to dig into that one with a little bit more information. Okay, we got that. I think I'm almost caught up. Of course, every time I say that, the little blue arrow pops up. All right. Mike Hawk says slowly growing. What are good ways to post weekly? I only post wins in Fortnite and I'm not that good. Well, you either got to get better at Fortnite or play more often or don't post weekly. I would, if you, or maybe not just post wins. All kinds of options. All right. Chrome Venting just started my channel November last year and finally got monetized recently. Hard work to build a great channel, so thanks for great content and input. Awesome. Congrats on getting monetized. That's always a nice milestone. And let's see. See some advice in there for diffuse shocks regarding the content strategy above and beyond Fortnite wins. Jim Fidel, people are either looking for entertainment or they are looking to learn something on YouTube. I think the key there for the people that are learning is being able to entertain people while they learn. That's something that I want to focus on here on this channel, and already have kind of like a plan on how I intend to do that, to try to evolve the content here so it's not just always me standing in front of my backdrop, you know, talking head video style. So I have some ideas, some things that I want to try that we're going to try to incorporate here in the future. Hopefully you guys will like those. We'll see how all that goes. Rico's Aquariums. Sounds like he's going to check out Science Gal Aquatics. He says he's doing saltwater aquarium since '96 with a huge build going. Awesome. I think Science Gal Aquatics tanks are freshwater. I don't know if she has any saltwater tanks. But I do believe she is here in the chat, so she can certainly answer that question. Oh. My coaster stuck to the bottom of my cup, and now it's on the floor. What are you going to do? Where did I see that? Someone stole one of my thumbnails. What can I do about this? You can go to the video that's using the thumbnail and report it. Flag the video. And oh, maybe 11 weeks, says We Love Stories. That could make sense. In that case, doing weekly for 12 weeks, still plenty of time to go. I wouldn't even be worried about growing. Just constantly trying to improve your content. If it is 12 videos in 11 weeks, that's a good pace. You're doing the weekly videos there. That makes sense. Makes a lot more sense than 11 years. But yeah, a lot of people get caught up on the whole growth thing way too early in the process. So rather than worry about growing, worry about making content. I like to tell people to spend an entire year making content. Try, spend a year, 100 videos, whatever, however that works out for you. Just focused on improving your content over time before you get caught up in how fast you're growing, how many subscribers you have. All of those things take care of themselves when you're growing a channel and making content that people actually want to watch. Let's see here. You're a real estate whisperer. Take care. Have a good night. Chauvinism is in the chat. Great to see you. Hope all is well for you out there in LA. So, Yaron, I'm going to be out in Los Angeles in October for Vid Summit. If you're anywhere near the Westin in Los Angeles, we should try to get together. Anybody in the chat going to Vid Summit in October? Definitely let me know. Destiny trying to chat and edit. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've been in the middle of an edit and somebody's gone live and it's totally got me off track. Yeah, definitely. As it's going to be October. I fly into Los Angeles on October 9th, and I'm there until the following Saturday. So I'll be there. Let me look at the calendar. Tuesday, October 9th to Saturday, October 13th. And I'm staying at the Westin there. That's where Vid Summit's being held. So we'll definitely talk between now and then. Hopefully we can get together. You can either come hang out at the hotel, or maybe I can get away, or somewhere in the middle. Let's see. Yeah, I saw all your pictures, Science Gal. That was pretty cool. It's always great to put like a living person in front of you that you can interact with. You know, it's such a different experience than interacting with people online. I mean, think about between here in the chat here and all the people that you talk to on Facebook and comment on YouTube, and the great majority of them, you've never actually interacted with them in person. Like when I met Nick Nimmin at Vid Summit last year, the thing that stood out to me was how tall he was. I didn't expect him to be like 6'4" or whatever he was, but he's a really tall dude, and you just don't pick up on those things online. So it's definitely cool to kind of to see people in person. Harley says I'm going to try to get Vid Summit budgeted in next year. Definitely. I'm also trying to plan my time and my budget next year to be able to do more than Vid Summit. I do want to get out to Video Marketing World next year, and I'd also like to get out to one of Tim Schmoyer's video labs that he does in Cincinnati. Be nice to travel somewhere that's not on the other side of the country. Mike Spur, I have to go to bed. Have a good night. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Artie Franklin, people get depressed when their channel is not growing fast. Doesn't always happen fast for everyone. The reality is it doesn't happen fast for a lot of people. But people tend to look at the people who have already gained success, and then they try to play the compare game, and you're just setting yourself up for failure because, first of all, you don't see all the hard work that goes on behind the scenes. So it just looks like they are growing easily, and that can be frustrating for people, especially when you're working hard and you're not seeing, you know, all of that that response. I mean, I know I've certainly seen, you know, there's some channels you grow faster than, there's some channels that grow faster than you. It's just, there's a lot of different factors at play. There can be people who have audiences on different platforms, and then they come over here and you know, bring that audience with them. Or there's just people with particular topics with a large engaged audience. You know, obviously you want to get your content dialed in and learn ways to deliver your information, your value to people in the most entertaining and educational way possible, or, you know, depending on what your content is. But, you know, it doesn't mean that two individual creators are going to grow at the same speed. It just doesn't happen that way. Brett Balsenthaw, Wisconsin realtor, how important is having that end screen? So one of the things that I've noticed on my channel is the dip that I get from my end screens. Now, I actually had a 20-second kind of animation that I had at the end of my videos that I put at the end of every video, and that's where I would show my end screen links, which are, you know, a subscribe button and the best video for an individual viewer, and also the last video updated. Well, what I found was I consistently had a big dip on that screen, especially from people who are familiar with the channel, because they kind of trigger that music kicks on at the end screen, and that, you know, in their head they go, okay, the video's over. Well, that's another 20 seconds that people are bailing on quite frequently that kills your overall view duration. So what I'm doing now, instead of actually having that end screen tacked on to the videos, I'm actually trying to spend less time wrapping up my videos and just throwing those end screen elements at the end of the actual video, with the idea that I don't want to build in 20 seconds of low probability viewing time where people are just going to bail because they see that it's an end screen. Launchpad Astronomy, hello to you too. Good to have you in the live stream. Lydia Santiago, excuse me. Your live stream is better than TV. I'm semi-new to your channel. I really like it. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. Well, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. I'm glad to have you here. Again, for anybody that might be new to the live stream, we do this every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's our opportunity to get together, hang out, talk a little YouTube, answer any questions that you might have. And as I mentioned, towards the end of the live stream, we will in fact do some channel reviews. Channel review, we pull up your channel on the screen for everybody to see. And then we try to offer some constructive criticism on things that you can do to help grow your channel and set your channel up for success. You know, whether that's personal branding or the way in which you are structuring your content, or, you know, how you have everything planned out, or how you describe the content that you're making, or whether or not you're actually focused on a specific topic. All those things kind of come into play. They're all really important in trying to grow here on YouTube. And it's the channels that put all those little pieces together on a consistent basis that tend to grow faster and become more successful than other channels. All right, here. Science Gal Aquatics Nim in Live equals whole new meaning, was a 1.5 feet taller than me. Yeah, Nick he's a tall guy. V Worldwide, 9 subs is crazy, terrible in 4 months. I am so beyond depressed. Absolutely not. Don't ever look at what you've accomplished in comparison to anybody else. 9 subs is 9 more. Those are 9 individual people who chose to join your channel because they like the content that you're making. How many times do you speak in front of a group of 9 people? Are you comfortable doing it now? It's an audience that hasn't just watched and liked your content, but each individual subscriber is a person who, you know, was moved to the point of actually subscribing to your channel. So don't look at 9 subscribers in 4 months as not being successful. That is success. You just need to continue to improve upon that. Now, let's see what we got here. I'm curious. All right. A lot of times, those kind of things, first of all, I would say, don't worry about your sub count yet. I would focus on making content. I see that most of your content appears to be gaming, tech, unboxing, let's play. Unboxing. Yeah, so what I would say on your channel, V Worldwide, is just to focus, not only do unboxings, but actually look at the way in which people are searching for the products that you're unboxing. So, like, instead of, as one example, you have a video called Unboxing Galaxy Note 9. Well, the reality is the way that people are actually searching for that is Galaxy Note 9 unboxing. You want to see how people are actually searching for things, and then make your metadata as focused on your content as possible. Also, I can see in all of your videos, instead of having a description that actually discusses what's going on, you have a link to watch unboxing Skull Candy Barracuda, Barracuda Mini, unbox Skull Candy. You seem to have like the same link in all of your things going to another video with no description. Definitely need a description that explains what's going on in your videos, because that's going to tell YouTube exactly how to share your content and who to put it in front of. If you're throwing links to other videos as the very first thing in your description, it's going to be hard to reach an audience. You know, but you're definitely making the content, which is great. Get your SEO dialed in, how to do, you know, searchable keyword phrase titles. Get your, you know, carry those into the description and keyword phrases and all that, and you'll be able to grow your audience. But I would say don't focus on that number. That number doesn't matter, especially when you're starting out. Oh, is Cody tall? How tall is Cody? Fantastic. Joe says Cody Winter is a tall guy. Dan, I think the bird videos are really good. I'd appreciate it if you would watch them and give me some feedback. I've used the 400 video weekly upload algorithm. I'm not sure what that last part means. Harley Pelly, I haven't read it yet, but Primal Branding is highly recommended. Yeah, Primal Branding is a good one. Actually, that reminds me I need to finish it. I have it on Audible. I think I'm like 2/3 of the way through Primal Branding. Sly Sean in the live stream. Good to see you. Alex in the live stream as well. Good to see you. I know he's going to Vid Summit, so we'll definitely be meeting up out there. That should be fun. Single Mom, how are watch minutes calculated when you live stream? Well, watch minutes when you live stream are awesome because it's concurrent live stream. For every individual who is in the live stream, it's tracking the total amount of time that they watch the live stream. So live streams are a great way to get a lot of watch time in a short amount of time. For example, the live stream that I did with Daryl Eves a few weeks ago, that live stream did 170 hours of watch time while we were live in 3 hours. So definitely a great way to pick up a lot of watch time, because you have multiple people all engaged at the same time, and it's tracking the watch time on all of those. Yep, Alex says Vid Summit is almost here. I can't wait. I'm looking for it. You know, the biggest problem I'm having with Vid Summit, I'm trying to figure out how to cram as much gear into my luggage without having to check anything. That's my biggest dilemma, because I plan on making a ton of content at Vid Summit. Heck, I got a guy coming who's going to record video for me. But I'm trying to get all my gear there, and I don't know how to do it. I bought a new bigger bag, a new bigger backpack. I'm going to try to squeeze that under the seat in front of me, plus have a carry-on. And it's going to be an absolute nightmare going through the airport, I think, with all the different electronics that I need to bring and batteries and I don't even know. It's going to be it's going to be weird, but hopefully I can get it all figured out and cram as much stuff as possible so I can do all the things that I want to do at Vid Summit. I've already talked to a lot of awesome creators. Definitely going to collab with D. Nimmin, going to collab with Nick Nimmin while we're out there. If any of you guys are into self-publishing, Dale, I'm going to collab with him as well. I've talked to a bunch of other people that I'm going to meet out there and try to do some content with. It's just going to be an awesome time. Harley, you know, I've actually considered that, FedExing the gear to the hotel. That is actually something that I am kind of strongly considering, because I can ship it there and then ship it home, and it probably much safer than checking it on a plane, because it'll end up at some connection somewhere and I'll never see it again. But yeah, if I do that, I think I'll need to buy... Yeah, we'll figure that out. I have to see how horrible the shipping is, because it's gonna, if I ship any gear, it's gonna be heavy. But yeah, that's definitely one of the things that I'm considering. What I really need to do between now and then is actually lay out all of my gear that I want to take, and see how much of it I can fit into the bags that I'm going to take. You know, because I don't want to check anything. I don't want to check clothes or any luggage. It's all going to be carry-on, and I got to figure out the smartest way to do that. Alex says we got to do some fishing. If you can manage to pack a pole for me, I'll do some fishing, but I'm not going to have any room to pack a pole. Fixed rate, yeah, U.S. priority mail, absolutely. I have to see what the biggest priority mail box is that they offer. Yeah, because I basically want to set up. I want to set up a studio in my hotel room. I'm actually the person that I'm having come and record video for me. His name's Tom DeSico. I actually am sharing. That's an interesting story with Tom, because he ended up getting a free ticket to Vid Summit from Daryl Eves, and I opened up my hotel room for him to stay at as well. So we're gonna have 2 creators in there. I'm gonna try to turn some portion of the hotel room into a studio and get it all set up so we can duck out of Vid Summit at times and go up and make content with people. At the same time, I want to be able to set up down in the hallways outside Vid Summit, try to do some interview type content with people, catch up with some people that I'd like to meet, and you know, pick their brains and get some content on camera. So looking forward to that. I just hope I can get it all squeezed in, and make sure video and audio and all that stuff works. Hey, Nerd in the Bay, good to have you in the live stream. So yeah, I definitely want to be able to share some content from the hotel. Last year, I had a hard time trying to live stream or anything. It was just really, really congested. So, but yes, I am bringing my laptop with the idea that if I can't actually live stream, I will try to release some content from Vid Summit in one form or another. I can at least go up to my room and upload like a standard video and do it that way. But yeah, so I have where are they? Yeah, I have a I picked up some LED lights, some smaller LED lights that are pretty powerful. I think I'm going to pick up a second one so I can actually use them instead of my... I have a softbox up here that I use for doing this, and then like a fill light over here. But that's not something that I want to bring. So I'm hoping if I have, 2 different LED setups that I can kind of get a nice little studio put together in the hotel room, and then that way I'm good to go and I don't have to worry about setting stuff up, because there's going to be a lot of collaborations going on at Vid Summit, and I don't want to take up people's time any more than I have to. The other cool thing, I don't know, for those of you guys who know Jeff Eatley, he does some amazing photography. He's in a lot of the groups. I actually scheduled a session with him, so he's going to do some photography for me. at Vid Summit. We're going to put aside some time one of the mornings, so he's going to get me some cool headshots and some other type of shots that I can use on Instagram and for thumbnails and all kinds of stuff. So it'd be nice to get some nice professional quality photography done to kind of help make everything look a little more professional. And as I mentioned earlier, you always get these. And I apologize to anybody who thinks that they're being ignored. But there's a message in there that someone is leaving the chat because I don't want to help them. And I just can't read all the chat at once. So I'm sorry you feel that way, but I'm definitely not intentionally ignoring anybody. Yeah, so it was videos for 11 years and they were church videos. Yeah, that stuff is basically going to not be relevant to the current channel that you're trying to grow. And a lot of people, especially back in the early days of YouTube, uploaded videos more as kind of a storage place rather than a brand and trying to grow their channel. So a lot of that, optimization didn't take place. All right. There is another one. Mercs YT, you're ignoring me. Nope, definitely not ignoring you. Chauvinism. Oh, that would be amazing if you could set up in the hotel room or the hotel. Yeah, I also picked up a really cool video tripod, or it's kind of a monopod with a little tripod thing at the bottom of it. Super compact, but has a nice smooth video head on it. So I can set that up quick and get some nice shots. So can't wait to try it all out. Let's see. YouTube thought my live stream giveaway was spam, and I tried to appeal, but it's been about a month and I haven't gotten a response. So what did they do as a result of thinking that your giveaway was spam? Mom's Tree, I totally misunderstood what this live stream would be about. What were you expecting the live stream to be about? Did making these videos hurt my algorithm? No, it doesn't hurt your algorithm for your new content, but it's not going to help your channel in any way grow with the new content. All right. Oh, make sure I didn't miss anybody else here. I think we got it. All right, so have some channels that we're going to take a look at. See, so here's the thing about the chat. Like, at this moment, there's 43 people in the chat. If you are going to request, if you're going to request something like a channel review and you want somebody to help you, then you should probably be respectful of everybody else in the chat and not, not keep demanding or requesting that you get a review and things like that. So I want to be as nice as possible about it, but when you're asking for something that can help you and it's completely free to you, you should probably be a little bit more understanding. All right, so we have some channels that we're going to take a look at. I'm going to queue up the first one here. We're going to take a look at Destiny Darling. And give me just a moment here. That's that. We want to change that to that's the one. All right. Good, good, good. And let's see if we put that right about there. And oh, I know how we did this last time. Bear with me for just a moment. I'm just getting this displayed the way I want it. I think that looks pretty good. All right. So the first channel that we're going to take a look at is Destiny Darling. We have looked at this channel in the past. I do see some changes here. I think you changed, I feel like you changed something in the channel art over here because I knew there was, I kind of think there was some kind of weird flare going on up here that we had a conversation about. Also, let's take a look. So we got the whole branding thing. You have your image here, which is consistent with what's going on up here. Your color schemes and theme all work well with what you have going on in your actual thumbnails. Now, a couple things on your thumbnails. Whenever possible, try to avoid putting text in the lower right-hand corner. Anything down in this general area is going to be obscured by the timestamp here, and when people are viewing these on mobile, the timestamp actually takes up a much bigger area. So whenever possible, if you can keep the text out of this corner, that is going to help people be able to read your thumbnails, whether they're on mobile or wherever. But otherwise, you're including yourself in the thumbnails. In cases where you can't clearly see your face, you're using that consistent theme of kind of that floral print. One thing I would say on a thumbnail like this, I think what you were going for here is to get a close-up of the product, but if you're going to do that picture with a close-up of the product, I wouldn't put the product in front of your face. I would hold it off to the side and do a close-up. Now, maybe you could have yourself blurred in the background a little bit to bring more attention to the actual product, but just from like a composition point of view, I wouldn't hold the product right in front of your face like that. Otherwise, it's definitely obvious that everything comes from your channel and you're carrying that theme throughout your thumbnails, which is great. So overall, Destiny Style, Hair, and Beauty, you're explaining to people exactly what your channel is about. YouTube channel about growing as a person, developing a personal style and motivation with hair and makeup. I feel like you might be able to do a little bit more with your description. You know, maybe like, again, explain exactly what type of videos you're going to be making first. Follow that up with maybe a little bit of background information about yourself, because you are doing kind of a lifestyle channel. You know, and people are going to want to know a little bit more about you personally. All right. That's definitely a process, and all right here. All right, so Destiny, just let me know if there was anything else that you wanted to cover, but I think we kind of went over all that. Oh, let's see here. Let's do this, and then I can switch to the next channel. so I don't give you guys the inception effect there of having the thing on screen. All right. You know, you think you're approaching, 50 live streams, you'd remember not to do that, but it still happens. And it's okay. Let's see. All right, perfect. All right, so let's see who we have next here. We are going to take a look at Lydia Santiago, My Investing Journey. All right, here we go. So, My Investing Journey gives a general idea of what type of content you're going to be making. My videos will be about the progress of my stock portfolio. Hopefully, people get motivated and start investing. I would love feedback regarding my stock picks. Stocks and law are my current passion. All right. Let's see what we have going on here. So the first, let's, So your thumbnails, the positives of your thumbnails that you're consistently using the same font on the thumbnails. The areas that you want to consider is the fact that you're using all the font on your thumbnails is different than what you're using in your channel art. And then in your icon, you have an image, I'm assuming that's of you. And what you're really trying to do here is when you're growing a channel, you're kind of growing a personal brand, or, you're trying to brand everything so people become familiar with content that comes from you and they can recognize it. For that reason, what you want to try to do is kind of make all this stuff look like it goes together. And what I mean by that is you want people to be able to identify your content by the color combinations that you're using, by the font that you're using. If you're somebody who's appearing in your videos, you want them to be able to recognize your content by, the image of you. So if you're actually in these videos, let's see the style of your videos here.
To the channel. So today's
okay, is this just all audio over a phone? Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, so we're doing vertical content here. All right, so just checking, that's pretty much the overall style. So is this a different style? Okay, so this is a different style. All right, so what I would or what I might suggest here is, I don't know if you're using like a screen recorder to do this, which you probably are. My first thought, it'd be nice if you could mix in both these screenshots and actually taking video of yourself to talk about some of these things rather than just talking over the screen capture. But in any event, if that's not the case and you don't appear on your videos, then you may not need to include an image of yourself as your icon. If you do have plans to appear in your videos, then I would consider trying to incorporate your face into your channel art as well as your thumbnails. I would also, either way, I would try to find some consistency in color schemes and font across your thumbnails and the channel art such that they're easily identifiable. And the example that I usually bring up is, think of a can of Coke or Coca-Cola. You know that it's Coca-Cola because of the white lettering, the font that they use, and the color of the can. Even if it didn't say Coca-Cola and it had that script font and that red color, you would think about Coca-Cola no matter what it said. And that's basically the goal of branding and having people become familiar and easily able to recognize your content. So when they're watching one piece of your content and maybe something else is recommended along the sidebar, they're able to easily find it and see it and recognize it and watch more of your content, which is going to help your channel grow. So that's something to consider. I mean, these are nice, clear, and informative. The other thing that I would say is you don't need to reproduce your title in your thumbnail like this. Also, I would kind of look for titles that are actually that may have some elements that are searchable. Like, I don't know what the Robin Hood portfolio thing is here, but any opportunity to use an actual keyword phrase that people are searching for in your titles is going to help you get some more views as well. 21,000 views. So yeah, I think those are some areas that can help you, get your content out to a wider audience and allow people to understand exactly the type of content that you're making as soon as they visit your channel. Now, the other thing, how are we set up on here? Got that. I would try to get more actual individual playlists listed on your channel page rather than actually, listing all your playlists like this. If you go in and you edit your homepage, you can go down the bottom and click Add Sections, and you can list out all the individual playlists that you've created. All right. Hey, look, I did it right that way. Right that time. I didn't do the whole Inception thing. All right. Awesome, Mark. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. I see Betsy Kyle out there. Yeah, OBS will definitely do the affinity thing if you are taking a screen capture of essentially the video. It's like a picture of a picture of a picture, or looking at a mirror through a mirror. All right. Lydia just got, oh, cool. You can do some horizontal video. Awesome. And one of the things you can do with something like OBS is if you want to record some of that information or screenshots from your phone, you can actually do that and transfer the files to your computer and either play them as a video file, during your live stream or as you're actually making a video, and then add commentary to those in that horizontal format, so you can put yourself next to the screen prints and talk about it that way. SB Tech Plus, hello and welcome. All right. All right, so the next channel we're going to take a look at here is We Love Stories. All right, so weekly movie, TV, and anime reviews. We got looks like a collection of books in the background, and it's a review channel. Let's see, 2 college students in love reviewing movies, anime, TV, whatever else we find interesting. One's a film student, one's a fan of film theory. All right. Cool. And let's see. First thoughts, movie reviews. And I know we've had the conversation in previous live streams. My personal preference is the horizontal. I mean, it's not a super big deal, but the horizontal single playlist versus the vertical. And the reason for that is in most places that YouTube shows your content, they're only showing the thumbnail and the title. And those are kind of the 2 elements that people are using to decide whether or not to watch your videos. And then you tend to be able to just fit a lot more of your content in a short amount of space, just showing your thumbnails and titles like these. Where we get into the vertical playlist here, you get into the actual descriptions of the videos, and I'm not sure that people are actually stopping to read the to read into actually the descriptions when they're trying to decide whether or not to check out your content. So that's why I think those tend to play better. Also, you want to get some descriptions in your actual playlist that you've created, so people know exactly what to expect in those, and also consider your playlist titles being searchable keyword phrases just like your videos. As for what you got going on for thumbnails, best movie, I would probably like some of the way you're doing it here, which is kind of like almost like a green screen effect, or you're in front of the video. I would almost think about maybe doing, just because on some of them you're kind of small, so it makes it kind of hard to identify you, and it's going to be even smaller on mobile, just from a branding perspective where people can easily identify the 2 of you and know that that this is your content. Like in these are good because you're much more visible. But just something to consider, the ways that you can make sure that people can consistently see your faces and your thumbnails, as well as the topic of the movie that you're covering. All right, and looks like, yep, there are definitely playlists. All right, and as for your channel art, I think it kind of lends itself to what you are doing, although you do in your about section, you kind of talk about, there seems to be a bit of a focus. Let me see what your recent videos of a focus more on film. And I just want to see, come on. So these are all films. Are these actual movies or books? When I first looked at that, I thought those were books. And it feels like the most recent content is actually reviewing, let's say, Steven Universe and what appear to be movies. First season, second season. So maybe those are movies. It's just kind of, it's a little bit harder to see the way that that's framed, exactly what all those are. Like that looks like, that Harry Potter looks like a book, but maybe those are actual videos. It's hard to tell. In any event, you might be able to make that a little more apparent what's going on there in the background, and integrate the title more with the background than just having, this kind of makes it look like a label maker kind of thing here, the way you have this going on here. And you also want to consider the colors schemes that you're using. I do see that you brought that down into your actual thumbnails. Red can be a challenging color without any kind of background behind it, especially when you get into some darker colors, because it tends to get muddy and hard to read. Like you see here, it's worst film of like 2018, but it gets a little bit harder to read as the colors change in the background. So that's something to consider as well. All right. Yeah, so if you're looking at the new version of YouTube, you may have to click on the blue Customize Your Channel button first before you can go on your main homepage down to the Add Sections option. That's just kind of how they have it set up right now. All right. And all right. So the next channel I have on the list is Mom's Tree. Is Mom's Tree still in the chat? All right. All right. Well, while we're trying to figure that out, I do have one other channel that I am going to bring up because we talked about it briefly earlier, and that is V Worldwide. So I took a peek at this earlier. And this is an example. Somebody's making regular content. I would probably explore a different color scheme on the channel art, make the text kind of pop, be a little more, contrasty with the background. I'm not really sure what I'm looking at in those pictures. Is that a camera, maybe a camera of some sort? I'm not really familiar with. This looks like some kind of gaming control, but it looks a little bit different than what I am used to seeing. And we go into the about section and it says nothing. So you definitely got to get your about section filled up and actually identify what you're making videos about. But it looks like you're doing unboxing and gaming and those kind of things. As we mentioned earlier, with your actual video titles, you want to do you don't want to start with unboxing. Most searches are not going to lead with unboxing. Like I mentioned, it's going to be Galaxy Note 9 unboxing, lead with the actual product name, and then do a little bit of, look into it in the search bar. And I've talked about this before, but just so people know to do basic keyword research, Galaxy 9 unboxing. What you basically do is you come up to the search box, and you see as you start to type in stuff, Galaxy Note, you'll see that it pops up a lot of these keyword phrases. These keyword phrases are actually keyword phrases people are searching for with some frequency. And this is how you know what keyword phrase to choose and how to word it such that you're actually titling your video something that people are commonly looking for. So in this case we have Galaxy Note. We'll type in 9, see what we got. And look, the third option down is Galaxy Note 9 unboxing. So we want to look at that. That is actually how we want to title our video. And what you can do is you try to take the front end of your title and say, okay, I want it to be as on point and relevant to a keyword phrase that people are searching, like we did here. And then you kind of try to add something to the end of it. So, like, what's your takeaway from that unboxing? You know, Galaxy 9 unboxing, the best phone ever, or not what I expected, or I can't believe it doesn't do this. You kind of want to focus on the keyword phrase in the beginning, and then if you can add a little, you know, a little sizzle or something that's going to pique somebody's interest after you've done that and targeted those keyword phrase, add that to the end of your title to kind of, you know, pique their curiosity so they'll actually choose your video. So I would probably reword or, you know, change the way you're going about labeling these with a little keyword research. That's going to help you. Generally speaking, for these types of videos, doing the screenshots of the product itself can be powerful. The one thing that I would encourage you to do is take the time to actually take a photo of the product and not necessarily just grab a screen capture. Just if you have the opportunity to get a little higher quality or clearer picture on each product, so people know exactly what they're looking at. Like, can't really tell what's going on in this picture. Like, I can tell that might be a phone, but I'm sure you could get a much more intriguing photo of the phone than what you were able to grab here in the screen capture. And so, like, on this thumbnail, I wouldn't do this approach, V worldwide unboxing of the skull can. Definitely wouldn't do that. You don't really need to include your name in that fashion. Although I would say that if you're trying to build branding, you would probably want to get some kind of branding, a logo or something, or your face, however you're actually doing these videos. You want to get something included in your channel art and your icon. I mean, your icon kind of looks like the image of a face that's like written in words or something. It's kind of hard to see exactly what's going on there. But if that's your logo, maybe then you get that incorporated into your channel art and your thumbnails as well, so people can tell this stuff is yours. All right. All right, guys, so as we mentioned in the last live stream, we are doing these live streams for 90 minutes. We are now at 98 minutes. I appreciate everybody coming to hang out tonight. I think the 90 minutes is going to be a better format and time frame, so we can make sure that we get to the channel reviews without dragging on for 3 hours. I know I appreciate the fact that a lot of you come and hang out for those 3 hours, but I think this is a good way for all of us to kind of get some value in here and not you know, not go on forever on a weeknight. So I hope you guys found some value in this. If you're in the chat and you have not subscribed to the channel and you would like to see future videos that help you deliver your value with online video, consider clicking that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you guys are alerted when the next videos come out. Also, while you're here, definitely hit that thumbs up button if you found any of this live stream helpful. And as I mentioned earlier, we will head over to the live stream after party in Discord. I will throw a link into the chat for the Discord. Definitely, if you don't have time to hang out or you don't want to hang out and chat there, that's an opportunity for us to continue the conversation, for me to get off camera and still kind of engage with you guys. But if you don't have time to hang out, just click the link, head over there, join the Discord, and maybe you can come hang out with us in a future future chat or conversation. Or the cool thing about Discord, you download the Discord app, and the conversation can be real casual. You have a question, you pop it in there. You know, maybe a couple hours later, somebody sees it and throws a response in there. There's also an opportunity to share your channel and your latest videos in there as well. So if you're looking for a way to kind of interact with some other people and share some of your content and see some content that other people are doing, it's a great way to do that as well. So I encourage you and invite all of you to come hang out on the Discord. Great to see you, Yaron. And I will make it a point to talk to you between now and when I head out to Los Angeles. So should be a great time out there, and hopefully we can connect. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off for tonight. Again, every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern here on Creator Fundamentals. And I will see you guys over in the Discord here shortly. You know, one of the things that is always a challenge here is when you talk your way out of a video, but you're not actually on a screen that allows you... Ooh, that went horribly wrong. You're not actually on a screen that allows you to actually kill the live stream. So, you know, you're just here talking and chatting with people. You want to say goodbye, but you can't really leave. So, it's just one of those awkward things. What are you going to do? In any event, guys, I will definitely see you over... let me open up the Discord, make sure that's all working well. And just thinking, doesn't want to do anything. There we go. All right, follow the link to the Discord. I will talk to you guys over there shortly. Maybe. If I can get out of this. All right. See you there.